Welcome back to my Myrtle Beach real estate video blog, where I'm bringing you relevant topics about our local real estate market here along the Grand Strand. Thanks as always for joining me, and today I'm going to talk about 1031 tax-free exchanges. Now, you may be asking yourself, what in the heck is a 1031 tax-free exchange? And that's would be a good question, because for about 6 years I never heard it brought up by anyone. And here's why. A 1031 tax-free exchange is what investors typically use to defer their capital gains that they would receive from the sale of a property. So as you can imagine, unfortunately, over the last several years, in a depreciating market, there really weren't any 1031 exchanges going on. So in essence, a property owner that is selling an investment property would sell that property, and they would roll that purchase, they would sell it, use the proceeds to buy another property, and then when you made money on the sale of the relinquished property, you could roll it into the next one using a 1031 tax-deferred exchange, and you defer those gains. And the cool thing about a 1031, you can continue to do this over and over and over again. There's no limit. You just keep deferring those gains. Now, on the blog, this will be an article is written there for you to look at that will explain it in a lot of detail. One example that has happened even recently, I sold a condo for a homeowner, and they actually used the proceeds to buy an income-producing farm. So they took the proceeds from a condo and did a 1031 on a farm that also produced income. So they have to be like kinds. They don't have to do a condo to a condo. As long as it's an income producing property, you can buy an improved property like a condo, or you can sell that property and then roll it into raw land, as long as it's an income producing. So it's a great way to defer those gains. And the interesting thing is, now we're starting to see it, especially people that are selling in another market where they're seeing improvements, and they're using their proceeds along here in the Grand Strand to purchase a new property. Couple quick things. One thing to remember on the 1031 exchange, you have 45 days after the sale of the relinquished property takes place to identify up to 3 replacement properties. You then have 6 months to close on one or more of the replacement properties. So there is a time limit to how much time you have to take care of this transaction. Now, in the meantime, you have to have a special intermediary 1031 person that will hold the escrow, or excuse me, hold the proceeds. You don't get to touch the proceeds. That's how you avoid the tax. I have attorneys and professionals that do these every day that would be glad to help you. So if you're looking to sell a property and you know you're going to have a capital gain, let's talk about the possibility of doing a 1031 if you're planning to reinvest in this market or another market. You could be selling a condo here in Myrtle Beach that you've owned for 30 years, that you're going to have a sizable capital gain. You could go back and buy a property in your hometown, one or more properties that are income producing properties, and take all the equity and put it into those properties and not pay a penny of federal income tax. So it's a great vehicle. If you have any questions, give me a call, shoot me an email. And yes, we are hearing about 1031 exchanges again, which is a good thing. Means the markets are continuing to improve. I look forward to talking to you next time. As always, thanks for joining me. Talk to you soon.